you expect France to be driven by some kind of revenge feeling or something like that?
I don't know is my honest answer. I don't know how they're talking about it in their camp. I think obviously it would be hard to deny that, though I'm sure there is some regrets from that match that they would like to put right. So I'm not sure how they're shaped.
You changed your team actually from Thursday to Thursday. What was the team like that?
Our team announcement. Well, if you look at our history, we've constantly changed the days of our team announcements, and we've obviously brought 36 players with us, and we just lost Ox on the weekend. So we've got a very competitive squad, and we just want to make sure we get our selection right before announcement.
We bought us and Natalie instead of Ox. What impressed you? What was impressed you to start playing?
With did you say Bond? Did you say Bond Centre?
No, Asanati.
Oh, Asanati. Sorry. Asa, yeah. Well, I mean, even if you watch him play for the Barbarians on the weekend, he's a brilliant rugby player. He's got a lot of ball sense. If he scores try on the weekend, he took it really well. Very dynamic player. And he can get around for a guy who can handle himself in a scrum and a maul. He can also play with the ball. He can drop his height very quickly when required. And he's got a very good skill set. I'm not sure the world knows about it yet, but his skill set is actually incredibly impressive.
There's the case of an ongoing investigation regarding the use of anti-formatting drugs. What type of message does it send to including the team?
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on the case that's ongoing at the moment, so I can't comment.
What strength is, how much reflection that would be?
Yeah, no, they're a huge threat. I think their whole pack in general. They have a tremendous number of forwards to pick from, and even looking at the squad that they had, I suppose the word is protected. I'm not sure what the word is in French over here. We know they have a huge pack of forwards that they can select from. So. Probably not the best placed person to talk about what goes on in the front row. Probably service line might be a little bit better placed. But no, we know they've built a bit of depth there over the last couple of years. So we're expecting it to be as big a battle as it was in 2022 and 2023.
But below Antoine Dupont, how does that change the way you prepare a match against France? And what do you think that changes the way you
play? Obviously he's an incredible player. So well affirmed. But I think Nolan McGarrick is in really good form. We've watched him a lot over the years, and obviously Maxime Ledoux is a world-class player. So, whichever way they decide, they both have massive strengths to their games that are able to kind of slightly change the way France are able to play. So we'll be keeping an eye out for the selection there.
Roger coaches will look out.
Russell will know. Touch Roger.
Other questions go?
Yeah, I just wanted to also ask. The last time France played was in July, and they lost all three tests, but they went with the weekend side. Are you expecting a much different side this weekend?
Is that to me or to Johan?
You.
Well, I mean, I think obviously Fabian has done that a few times with the summer tours where he's brought what might not commonly be considered as their first team. I'm not sure how that's seen here in France, but probably just lesser known guys. But I think it's a great exercise in building depth. I think that's something that they've got right over the last 4 years, and obviously they're continuing to do so. For this game, we do expect it to be a different selection.
Does it make it difficult to prepare these games since the French side that will show up on Saturday hasn't played together since maybe March? So you have no recent footage or...
Yeah, that does make things probably a little bit different in that the players who are watching from their most recent games are not necessarily the players that are going to play this weekend. I'm sure there will be some. But I think you can also see the direction which the team is going in because they're obviously very well coached. And you can see the slight changes in their game that they were trying to bring into effect quite successfully at times against New Zealand. So I would say it just makes it a little bit different. And you're still doing your analysis. We're still looking at how other players are playing in the top 14, and we've seen these guys play against these guys, whether it's in players for their URC teams or Premiership teams or whatever in the European Cup, and also obviously keep a close eye on the top 14.
You were mentioning the thinking behind this, because it's really special this year. You can have a whole different team from one week to the other week. Big players drop for the game after. So what's the thinking behind this depth?
Yeah, we just feel currently we have a way of doing things which is keeping the players engaged, keeping them competitive, keeping them, obviously, when there is disappointment of not being selected, but keeping them producing their own performances, producing assistance for the guys who are in the team or in the 23. You use the word drop there. We don't use that. It's not really, the genuinely isn't in our thinking. It's more of a rotation and trying to give everyone a fair crack to show what they can do for South Africa. And the byproduct of that is that obviously then we end up building a little bit of depth because we can potentially get caps into guys. The season is long for the URC, for the European Cup, for the international season. There's obviously so many games. So it's difficult for one player to play 15, 14, 13 tests all season now. And the games are so physical that rotation is needed. So that's the thing.
On building your squad, giving young guys opportunities. I also reach a point where there's just some experienced guys and going to be left with a gap with too many young guys. So yeah, great to be protected. But for me as a younger guy coming in and get some more caps. So looking forward for the next few weeks.
What would it mean to you to play, maybe if you play on Saturday on such a big stage and France will be really motivated?
Yes, it would be a massive opportunity for me. Still hasn't gotten a lot of caps yet. So it's probably one of my biggest games. In Paris, my first time here in Paris. Being here with this squad of players of this quality helps obviously. So yeah, I think it's going to be a massive battle.
When did you watch the quarterfinal World Cup game in South Africa and France, and what did you say when you watched the game?
Yeah, I was back home in South Africa watching with some friends, but obviously a massive game to watch. Great passion for both teams, and very proud of the boys, and special to be with them now here back in France again. For another round.
Johan Garvey is a type of coach who likes heavy players on his bench, and that's been his success in the Six Nations. In the preparation for this week, is that something that the team is looking at? That they're going to have the forwards coming off the bench as well. It's going to be a forward dominating game, probably. Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, we're expecting obviously big guys, strong guys, with a lot of skills as well. So I think guys coming from the bench will look to give some new energy. But it's two nations with big pride in set piece and playing a physical game. So we'll definitely be out there doing our best and overpower them in set piece and generally that program.
And quickly about last weekend, you came back into the squad now and you've played against Japan. How was it just to get out there in the green jersey again and play again? And what was it like at Wembley?
Yeah, it was great. Been out for a few months. Joined the squad again last week. But glad to got the opportunity and glad to have the first one in a while in the pocket. So looking forward to the rest of the season.
Felix?
He's a brilliant analyst, full stop. So whether we're playing France or any team, he's got an incredibly effective way of getting a message across, and a brilliant guy to have him there. So obviously his experience with French players in general, and just having been over here for so long, just gives us a little bit of an insight. But having said that, it's been 2 years since he was in the system here, to put it like that, or a year and a half. he actually still, I think he still has a apartment there, and he goes over and back. So no, it's definitely. If I could put an advantage of it to have someone that would be so in the know. So yeah.
Is that it? Any further questions?